interesting about the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system is that they both have control over the same biological functions. So digestion, elimination, heart rate, body temperature, sweating, pupil dilation. They both have the same governance over the same reactions, but they're going to have opposite effects depending on what's happening in our environment. So you can see in a stress response where fight, flight, or freeze, or the sympathetic nervous system is active, the muscles are going to be tense and on high alert. Circulation to the vital organs is reduced. That's because every ounce of energy that the body has stored within it wants to go to the heart and lungs. We're like, listen, we're in danger. My two most vital organs right now are my heart and my lungs, because if I'm not breathing or my heart's not beating, then I'm dead. So my digestion, that's just going to have to wait a little bit. My circulation to my fingers, that's just going to have to wait. So all of these secondary systems of the body they don't get shut down completely, but they slowly get depleted because all our energy needs to go into keeping us alive in the heart and the lungs. And again, for 20 minutes until we get out of danger, that's great. But if we live like that, that's where it becomes a problem, because those secondary systems aren't ever getting the support that they need to function optimally. So circulation to vital organs is reduced, breathing becomes fast and shallow, thinking becomes anxious or calculating, right? If it's a fight person, they're calculating their response. And I'll share with you my ex, he's a fight person, and he's always so friggin' calculating and manipulative about strategies for things that have not happened yet. It probably will never happen, and it's impossible to live with someone. And it's a little bit sad because we end up getting divorced over it. And I can understand the nervous system response. I understand why this is happening, but I still can't live with it because I can't keep apologizing for things that didn't happen, right? But he's got this calculated response for it. And the body is very much in a state of stress. Whereas on the other side, if our parasympathetic nervous system is in dominance, the muscles are actually relaxed and receptive. The circulation increases to all parts of the body. Everything is functioning. The nerve endings, how they connect to muscles and to organs, have clear communication. Thinking is clear. Breathing is slow and shallow, and we can get into a place of long, deep breathing. And then we can get into a place of healing when we're relaxed. And so, of course, that's where we want to live most of the time. We want to live in that parasympathetic system of dominance. But not everybody does. So when we think about the nervous system, it is, different than the physical body. It's part of the physical body, but we feel like, or we've been taught we can't control it, but I want to really emphasize we can influence it. Long, deep breathing, pause, mantra. Yoga gives us all kinds of little solutions just to help us influence those systems, so that if we're in a state of sympathetic nervous system dominance, and logically in our brain we know the danger is gone, there's nothing to be afraid of, but we're still up here, the breathing will help, the restorative yoga will help, the affirmations will help. The vagus nerve is really, really important. So just as simple as sort of looking up and looking down, or moving into even seated cow and cat pose, stimulates that vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is really important because it does run from brain to body, and the messages go both ways, from brain to body, body to brain. But the vagus nerve in particular is the one that wanders. So it goes sort of down the spinal column, but it wanders and it branches off and continues to branch off. And it actually branches off and touches on receptors on almost every organ of our And so it has the ability to influence almost every organ of our body.